Hi guys!
My name's Beryl.
My name is Chantel.
I'm Yvette.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Jess.
And we are
Clink Online!
So, the wedding.
Yes.
The wedding. Well, some of us are married, some of us are not.
It's some of us.
I must say, there's none of us.
They're the characters.
I'm in the show with these people.
Yes.
I've been part of their story. So
For good 3 weeks.
So who was the first wedding? It was Sabrina and Steven.
Yes, my favourite. I love Sabrina and Steven. Oh my god.
Do you know what? It was just to get them out the way. Alright, cool. Get married.
It was just a soft launch, I like to say. They're just
Soft
to show you,
launch?
as in like for the weddings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
To start
okay.
off
Yeah,
smooth
it's a
and
soft
like,
launch.
we know they're gonna get married. They're boring, in my opinion. Like, it's a happy, healthy marriage, but it's not a happy, healthy reality show. Like, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
That's the stuff
Okay.
you're happy for them, and
Yeah.
that's your friends and family. You're like, great,
You want
but
the
get off my
dance.
TV screen.
I didn't grow bored of them. I actually quite like them because it's nice, refreshing, especially coming from US shows. It's nice to see
100%.
a love show. So I'm glad they got it out of the way. Like you
Yeah.
said, they're very basic, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, really.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Literally.
Wait,
So,
is that their last name?
no, yeah, for real.
I mean, I think it's a classic.
That's
It's such a classic name.
Sure,
Yeah,
girl.
Mr. Mrs. Smith.
That's it. It was just like, it was like cookie cutter, wasn't it? It was just like, they've had the most, I guess, healthy, quote unquote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I
Stable.
love?
It was
That's
great. Just get them off my TV screen.
Oh my gosh.
I love the decor. Like the
Oh,
wedding.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
so
So
pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
enchanting.
It was so like ethereal. So
Yeah.
And her wedding dress was gorgeous. Her
Yeah.
dress was really nice. It
Yeah.
really just fitted her well. Like, it was a
Yeah.
perfect cut. Like,
And
They did
those
a
were
great
my
job.
favorites, Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was number 2 for me.
yeah,
yeah.
for sure. For sure.
Number 2.
Number 2 of the dresses.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like just the bit when it got to the vows and
Mm.
when like the person was like, okay, you're gonna say I do or not. Obviously he said I do, and I knew he was gonna say I do, like period. But I was a little bit upset with Sabrina taking her little time
Like
to
she
say
always
I
does.
do to Steven. I was like, Sabrina,
She said
you should be
to
saying it
ages
quickly.
To say yes,
Yeah.
I
To marry you, and
Yeah.
yes,
I know, but
she
like,
lives for the thrift.
that suspense, I was scared because like it was a little bit of a long pause. And I was thinking, is she gonna say no? And then I was thinking, if she said no, why would she say no?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Steven is literally perfect for her. Like they just go so well together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can tell the way he looked at her. He loves her, man. Like I was just so
Yeah.
happy for both of them.
It was a nice way to begin. It was a
Yes.
nice
Definitely.
way to begin.
It was.
Remind us what the show's about.
Yeah.
It's
At the end of the
fine.
day, yeah. They you know, one good story where it really does work from start to finish.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
Mhm.
Yeah. No,
And probably she
definitely.
felt that their relationship was really smooth sailing, so she might need to just throw it a little bit.
Little spice.
Just a little bit of seasoning.
Sabrina.
Just a little bit.
They start working on
Make
your
him
board.
sweat.
Basically, that's the energy it was
Exactly.
giving to me. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good wedding. It was a
Yeah.
good wedding.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Swiftly moving on.
Yeah.
So was all of our predictions? Yes, they would.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
we did.
Yeah, we all said yes.
Yeah.
So
Very
you
much.
were right.
We
Yay.
said yes.
Yay.
I think the whole world can tell.
The whole world.
Even Stevie Wonder, he can see. Right, so I think next was it Doubting Thomas?
And Maria.
Oh,
It was
no.
Doubting Thomas
Oh my
and
gosh,
Maria.
please.
They were next.
I'm
Get them off my
right
screen
there.
now.
Oh no!
Oh,
Doubting
no.
Thomas. So
Why? What's up?
I'm quite shocked with that because I think we both predicted that they would get married. And
yes, you both did.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but now I'm looking back at it. I don't know. Where did it go wrong, Beryl? Where did it go wrong?
Wait.
Do you know what?
Where did
I
it
was
go wrong?
speaking for Maria, clearly.
Yeah.
I knew she was going to say yes.
I'm still
Tom took me.
confused.
Tom did take me by
I'm
surprise,
confused.
and his reasons. Get in the bin. Get in the bin. What is that? That is not a reason.
I really, I felt like they wouldn't get married, but I thought it'd be because Maria would say no.
Really?
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna tally up the experience, maybe make a pros and cons list, a good and a bad, like what happened that I liked, what I didn't like, and realize that the stuff that she doesn't like were big things. Why
Yeah,
is he
that's like
pretentious
not
about my
clicking.
job? Why is he not
Yeah.
clicking in like that? Like things like that. So
Yeah.
I hoped it was Maria who said no,
Yeah.
and I'm low-key embarrassed for her that she didn't.
Yeah.
100%. I agree in terms of the embarrassment and like just feeling sad.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I did feel, I guess, the strength of what she felt, and it was very clear to me that she was very, very into this man.
Yeah,
So
for
all
sure,
those things
for sure.
that
Yeah.
were, I guess, should we call them red flags? I don't know.
They were red
But
flags.
Big
for her,
ones.
she was like, this can be turned around. kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I feel like she
And
saw it.
That hopefulness.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like about Tom and Maria's relationship in terms of like she saw him in a way that we as a third perspective were not seeing.
Mm.
And I feel like if she was experiencing Tom, like that relationship, let's say it was her friend that was going through that, she would have seen exactly what we were seeing.
Yeah.
But as she was
Yeah.
in it, she wasn't seeing it in that perspective. So I give her grace
I
in that
think
way.
I think
Yeah.
you're so right, because Tom is, that's why I call him Doubting Thomas, because he's not transparent at all. If you see the conversation he had with Tash, saying, I don't think we're he doesn't know if he's going to say yes, blah, blah, blah. And then he went back to Maria and told Maria, oh, what we discussed was she said she loved me. Completely, like, switching the way. She can't see the way we see Tom.
No.
And I feel like with him, I always knew they wouldn't go together just because he's very, it's a weird thing, because obviously this whole thing about being traditional and having all these roles was something she said in the pods. But for me, I think she brings him excitement and a little bit of like fun. And I think he reminds her of some sort of stability that she needed from her dad.
That's the word.
But he's not transparent, because all the things that was eaten at him, he never really communicated that enough to her to tell her, like, I don't think, the way he was talking to Tash, I'm like, why don't you tell your babes that? Yeah. And then when you had the opportunity, you said, oh, Tash loves me. It's like, excuse you. And the reason, like you said, for him saying, them breaking it off, that reason was so bad, because I thought that's probably the way he sees Maria, that she's not independent and she needs a man.
Do you know what? He's basically calling her a gold digger without saying the words.
Yeah. She is.
Now that I'm thinking about it, that's what he's saying.
That's what he said.
But what I was thinking, you know, when you mentioned her dad, she did mention in the lead up to like the actual getting married, that she's never, I guess, met someone who's as like in tune with his emotions and that kind of, I guess, stability or whatever. So I think those are probably things that she had seen in her dad and that she admired and that she was looking for in a man. And so that might have been what was so glaring to her, that all the other things that she
was
saw,
willing to look
just,
past
because she was like, I mean, not that she can like train him, but like those things in terms of in terms
teach
of
about to love
providing,
things
etc.
like that.
That will come with time.
Yeah,
because he was very receptive for her tradition of being Muslim and Moroccan. He didn't have any.
I was surprised.
He didn't know what he signed up for.
But she's very.
Do you know what? But the thing is, this is why I think Tom, which again, why I'm saying I'm so disappointed, is that I feel that he wasn't being truthful the whole way, because his reasons, after he walked outside and was talking to the camera and doing the duty, he said that it's cultural differences is the reason why he doesn't want to marry her. But this whole time he was saying, oh my gosh, I'm so like, I love the fact that she's Moroccan, she's Muslim, blah, 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 which is a different culture to you. But then you're now turning around to say that cultural differences.
Because he didn't get it. He thought Maria being like a non-hijabi Muslim meant that he can live whatever he's doing and she's not going to be in tune with her cultural side. That's why he didn't know what he was getting into. But Maria has told him countless times, I'm still Muslim. I'm still Moroccan. I'm still very Moroccan. In fact, I'm traditional. I'm this and that. And he's like, oh yeah, but you're not. I haven't, like, you know. He sorry.
Speak.
Yeah. He looked at her and assumed that she was A, but she has told him explicitly that she was B. And the fact that he just doesn't listen to her and his pretentiousness is what made her not.
That's why I'm so confused. Do they sign a contract that they have to get to the altar? Because this could have been cut. The fact that his mum didn't even come over was a red flag to me. Because the reason was she's hard-headed or she's set in her ways and she's not coming. You both had the conversation saying like,
my point is that men like that are scary. You let this girl prepare herself to walk her down the aisle to say no. Her own mother even came to see him before the actual ceremony. Call me mom, everything. Like, you literally seen this girl literally pour out her whole life in front of you. Her brother walked her down the aisle. You know the situation with her dad passing. Everything like that. And yet, you still walk down the aisle to say to her no. Tom! Do you doesn't like her? Do you not like Maria?
But you can't do that. You like Maria, the exotic Moroccan. You like Maria, but he didn't like Maria.
Yeah.
And everything.
You don't like her, like, respect her.
But do you know what? Like, clearly they really like played in my face. They really fooled me, because at the beginning I did say in terms of cultural differences, I was like, oh, I was surprised that he was leaning more towards Maria, because I was like, again, she's Muslim, she's Moroccan. Is he going to be able to fit her family? Is he going to be able to take all these things that she does come with? And I was, I guess, pleasantly surprised that the family were very accepting and open of him, because that's where I thought it might be more difficult. Because especially when it comes to the Muslim culture, and at least from personal experiences of people that I know, bringing in someone from completely the opposite outside has always been difficult for them. So I was like, wow, they've actually taken him in. So maybe this might.
It's about effort.
So they're convincing me every time.
If you're gonna make the effort to be a part of my family, you're welcome.
Yeah.
But Tom stood there and said, I'm actually not going to. And in fact,
he said no.
Yeah, in fact,
thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, like I'm offended that you're gonna ask me that. And my thing is, I still can't believe he asked his babe for rent. Your whole life, two becoming one. The mortgage you've been paying by your own. Today you can't pay now.
Thank you.
Today you must know to pay it.
It's a lot of red flags. And I think, you know what, I feel like I got caught up in the
sauce.
I got caught up in the sauce.
And the Doubting Thomas.
Because you could see how they could both help each other.
Yeah.
Like, Maria could bring Tom down, and Tom could lift Maria up, but he never lifted her up. He always just brought her down.
And before we move on to the next couple, can I just say, he didn't even consolidate the congregation. Like, he didn't even say, I'm so sorry guys, I have a lot of love for Maria, but this is just not for me right now. Nothing, just got his widow and walked off.
It's the walk off for me.
Didn't even hug her to say, I love you, Maria, like I care for
He doesn't.
you, but I don't want this right now. Nothing. Just walked off. Like, who does that?
It's showing that he's quite selfish.
Very selfish. Because the way he was talking, so it sounded so nasty. The way he was saying that. It was
like, what did she do
like,
to
if we have a son, she's gonna teach him. And I'm thinking, is that how you thought about her the whole time?
But one thing we did clock was, when they start with "I love you," it's a no.
Because it's a simple answer. I do. I love you. My head was literally it's just a no. It's just a
because you. Otherwise, we just say "I do."
That's true.
Simple question.
I love you, but I do.
I do.
Can you imagine that kind of plot twist?
Oh gosh, switch it up.
But no, Tom just rattled. I feel like even though I felt like they wouldn't get married, I didn't think it would be like this. I thought it would be. I genuinely thought it would be like a. I want to say no, but that's because I just don't want to get married right now. Can we please stay together and figure things out and get to know each other more? That's what I thought it'd be, and that's what I thought Maria would put on the table, because clearly there's something that they both see in each other that I thought they needed time to work on. But the way Tom acted, please don't go back, girl.
Ever.
Yeah. I do hope if they did meet up after to kind of speak, because a lot of couples do these shows. I hope she didn't go back. Like, but it happens a lot though.
It does, because familiarity, like this is still someone you wanted to marry.
Exactly.
We won't knock you, Maria.
Good luck, Maria. We're on your side.
I won't support that one.
We will never support that one.
I won't support it, but
you go, girl. But no. Yeah.
Different guy, not Tom.
Yeah.
Don't support you.
But one person we did support the entire time was Demi.
Demi.
Demi and Ollie. That was not the way I thought it would go.
I was very surprised.
I was surprised at all.
I was surprised that Ollie was surprised.
What? The way he looked, the way
he said, why? Why?
Guys, there's actually a lot to unpack there. Like, seriously, I don't even know where to start, because I think, do you know what? I feel like I'm actually, the whole series, when we were discussing last time, we were saying that Demi is so gracious, Demi is so patient. Everything that Ollie's done that's a red flag, she's just like, okay, I'm understanding. All this time, guys, she's just been collecting data.
She's been
collecting data.
Doing graphs.
I'm
good at science.
And I was like, even the fact that with the last dates, he did arcade, everyone's being wined and dined. She's collecting information and saying, you know what, this man.
You said about his wine.
Yeah, I said it.
You said the last one. You said wine and dine.
And I think she was thinking, is this man giving me the vision that I have for a husband?
She said,
is this my embodiment? Yes or no? And she chose herself.
I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy.
I'm happy it was her who said the no.
Yes, 100%. I was Team Demi from day one. I was not always Team Ollie, I'm not even gonna lie. I've never been Team Ollie because, well, I just have a bias against people in sales.
Sales. Sorry to all the salesmen.
Salesman, not the selling. You can sell me dreams. I had my bias from the beginning.
Salesmen have the gift of the gold.
The gift of the gap. And Ollie is the gift.
He convinced me. The way he was responding to the no, I was like, damn, was he gonna say yes? Because like the way he kept going, I was like, either he's just really, really good with his words, or he was gonna say yes. Because from what I was getting, it was like he was behaving as if like he was so shocked, and he couldn't in any like reality imagine her saying no. That's how it was coming across.
I think Ollie thinks that Demi was punching up with him.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes, let's clink. Let's clink. Thank you.
I was literally about to say
that London IT
Exactly. So Demi was punching up.
Exactly.
And that's why he felt comfortable to treat her like that the entire time.
And that's why he was surprised when she said no. He was like, wait, what?
He wasn't. I don't think he was going to say yes. He exactly pissed that she said no first.
And he was confused, like, you thought about this? Like, hold on.
He's like, what do you
hold on.
He said
like, what?
But listen, sir, Demi is
the prize.
She is the female version. You are the, you're a mixed race man. She's also a mixed race woman. In school, everybody wanted both of y'all. So there's no difference. Like,
that is true.
One thing, let me just say this, and this is outside of the wedding itself. She looked so beautiful
on her wedding day.
That was my number one.
That was like, I was like, wow. But what did get me, and again, if they met after and they talked and stuff, please, Demi, if you said no, like you're nobody know your SBS, because the way she was saying, they kept both saying for right now. And so that's what was worrying me a little bit. Is she going to be like, oh, I'd still like to date and because they were both saying
especially before they watched the video. I think for her point of view, he's something that can, like, it could work, but it's just the fact that with especially with what her parents have, he's just not having that much energy. But I think if she watched the season back, seeing how Charlotte was mad, berserk, sublime, she's gonna realise that no, this guy, like you said, has been selling me dreams. But in that moment, right after, I think she would, if she, I wouldn't be surprised if she went back to him, if that makes sense.
But I would be surprised if they lasted.
Exactly, to this point. Like, unless he had a radical change in them.
Which she could, I mean, fair enough, people can change.
And that's one thing I'll always give praise for, because in the history of the show, there have been a lot of couples who have tried again or continued after the show, and they were successful, and even though they didn't get married by the time of the reunion, they were still together, and they had made lots of progress. So I'll always give the grace for that. But the fact that she said she's learnt so much about herself, etc., and she knows exactly what she wants in a husband, and from what she's seen, he's not giving that. That's why it would be a little bit sad for
right now.
But I feel like she did it perfectly in terms of going through the process with him, because she gave every single day she was with him was a chance for him to turn things around. And she gave him the maximum amount of chances.
Do you know
that's why she's the best woman.
You know what I think it was though? You know how there was no contact after they left?
Those 3 days.
So I think that might
that's what she
also
just
played into it.
That was the nail.
That's the decision, because
he was not giving energy.
He had made progress and turned around a little bit. But the no contact, when there's no reason for that, was probably like, actually, I can't.
And this pros and cons list that Demi did is what I wished Maria did. If Maria had sat down and actually thought, okay, so we've gone through everything together.
Make a pros and cons list.
Literally.
This is the rest of your life. You need to have a priority of things that are important to you, and do they fall short of those things? Which Tom did. He fell short of things that were important to you, your culture, your family, your faith. And that's why I would have thought she would have said no at the altar. But the way Demi took everything because she was present through everything that was happening, and then when it was time to take a step back, she took that step back and went through everything and said, actually, this is evidence of you not being my husband. Last thing I want to say about Demi is I think she is a remarkable woman. The way she approached the entire situation, because I felt like we fell into the trap of like, is she a people pleaser? Is she just taking this on? But we should have trusted. She was doing her thing. She was working through it, and she was allowing the whole thing to happen. I feel like Demi in real life would have been the girl that gives a man 2 months.
She's learned.
Give him time to see what he does. Give him a chance to change. And then if he doesn't, that's it. Alright, gotta go.
I think she did say that though. I think she did say at some point like she used to be people pleaser and stuff. And I think when she first came into the process, like and she was in the part with the girls and whatever, and she was comparing herself to all the girls and stuff, she did lose herself a little bit, and so that whole people pleaser stuff came back to the front, and she was like losing herself. But as time went on, she was like, I think at the wedding dress,
she was like, snap out of it.
When she was trying it on, she was like, actually no, and she's found herself again, and she's confident, and naturally she's a very confident person. So I'm glad that she had gotten back to that, and she didn't allow herself to fall back into that pattern.
She's a great example of the healing journey. As in, you can fall back a little bit, but catch yourself. Catch yourself and remember the things you've learned. So Demi, best girl.
Best girl. You're the girl. But no, I just want to remind you guys, last time we were speaking about, because Rachel said something that was so funny, asking Ollie, where's the mandem?
Yes, where is his mandem?
Where's his mandem? Because we're again.
Where was the groomsmen?
We saw Mr. Ollie.
Where was the groomsmen?
Why did he make Pod Squad guy?
I don't know. No, guys, please, leave it. When Ollie was getting ready, why is Aaron from Pod Squad doing up his bow tie like, where's your boys? Where was his boys? Why is a man that you met 2 weeks ago? You're acting like your best man at the
whether they had a former relationship, because
Ollie only has female friends.
That could be a thing.
The way he talked in the pods, the way he was talking to Catherine when he asked her, what kind of clubs do you go to? Those kind of things to me sound like you only surround yourself with women and your clients because he's in sales still.
I mean, he had sales. He had this one coffee at the bachelor party. That was the one friend that was the one.
The rest of the boys are in mobs or something. Doing back.
No, I love that. I'm glad we saw his dad, because that made me like. Because I was thinking, does anyone in your life know?
We did see
his family,
but none of them spoke apart from dad.
And that's the thing, because some people don't want to be on camera, and that's totally fine. But it was just the man part, because for a guy like him, you would think there would be like,
it wasn't serious for him.
It was not. It was not.
Exposure.
Yeah, he just wanted to come on the show, do his thing, and leave. He thought it was gonna be the heartthrob of the show.
He definitely thought
it was gonna be the heartthrob, and that Demi was punching to actually be with him. But sorry, no, we see the colours.
Do you know what was so funny? Like the way they edited it at first, I saw Demi's parents walk into the hall, and then they were the first people walking into the hall, and then they showed Ollie and his best man, and then I was so confused because I was like, he's about to go into the hall and there's only Demi and Demi's mum and dad. So it's like, so where's the family, where's the friends? And then it just took me back to our conversation. I was like, wow, does Ollie really have any people? But then it cut back and then the whole room was full. But for a second I was like, damn, Ollie, is it that bad? Like, no friends at all. The reddest of like.
And also, you can't just go and hire friends.
No, like
actors for the show. You can get actors.
Oh my gosh, maybe that's a business opportunity, guys.
Friends of the show. We'll be your best friend.
Bridesmaids.
We'll help you out. Don't worry.
Literally, quite literally.
Which moves us on to.
You got a body of a dancer. That song is in my head.
I
loved it. I absolutely loved
Bobby
it.
J. I even should have loved it. And it came up.
Listen,
I should have
gonna make that money, the financial. That her mom didn't know.
Yeah, they're secure.
Netflix is blowing up.
We revived the career. The fact that they played your song
To wrap up
To
the
the
show.
end. Not just the chorus.
This is an international show, baby.
It is.
Okay.
Listen, Mama Jasmine, she said.
Simon
Let's
Cowell,
talk about them.
come and say your word.
The only time your boy can tell you wants to do music.
But guys, I think there was not only breakthrough for Jasmine and Bobby, because we knew they were both gonna say yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
But what teared me up a lot was seeing the mum.
Yeah.
Her eyes were watering, like she was just looking like tearing up. I don't know, either tearing up thinking, my daughter's making a mistake, or she's tearing up like, wow, she's stuck to her gun, she's taking a leap of faith, and she's gonna do this. And I think that's what she was crying. So
Mum even said,
Mum is gonna accept. Mum's gonna come round. She's gonna get around there. She's gonna accept him, and I think
she realizes what I think she's trusting her daughter that
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
she's
Right.
seeing
Yeah.
is real.
Is real.
And is good enough, more than good enough.
Yes.
You also have the aspect of, I mean, that's your daughter, and I don't know if it's her only.
It's given on
I think
a
it's
child.
given
But,
Like only egg.
But the fact that you're giving your daughter away, I mean, that's just the natural part of it as well. It's like, wow, that's my daughter, and she's gone. You know what I mean? And so that whole letting go kind of thing. But I'm really glad that she came round and that she even said to Bobby, because she didn't have to say I love you to him.
And she didn't have to dress like that because her dress was beautiful. She came for a wedding.
She did.
She came for a
She
wedding.
looked so good. But I agree. I really like that Mum was happy.
Yeah. I hope it lasts because obviously telling her right before the wedding that she thinks that Jasmine loves Bobby more. That's her fears. When they were speaking together, she was thinking Jasmine loved Bobby more, which I don't see. I don't think so.
No,
I think there's a quite
Listen, Bobby told us his answer weeks ago.
Yeah.
he's been set.
Bobby and Benaiah,
the bees, the letter.
The bees.
Big B.
Yeah.
B stands for romance. Wait.
Big love.
Big boys.
You want to join with the big boys?
I'm so happy they did say yes. I was wondering if she was gonna. I mean, I think we all. I don't know. Let me see the predictions. But I'm so happy that she did it. Listen. No, we all said yes. We all said yes. So I'm glad that she grew up in a way, if that makes sense. So took her own ownership to say, like, this is someone that. And I don't think he's given us or her any reason to doubt. His responses when she found a video from 2020, like it's been.
She knew the book.
She even learned it. She was singing it. So a supporting wife. Don't come for us, Jasmine. We don't want your hairs.
Do you know what? Love is bad. Just to put out there, please. Next year or something. Can we see the reception? Can I show us the ceremony? Like Married at First Sight.
Because that's the first bit of the
and then they show the reception, so we get to see like
all
the
the
interactions.
Even the US Love is Blind, you get to see a little bit.
A little bit of the reception.
I think at the end they showed just like some shots.
Yeah,
like around.
Yeah.
I want to see more like how they get down and how.
Or at least like 2 minutes of a speech.
Yeah,
cut and chop it. You know what I mean?
Something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But yeah, and she looked beautiful, Princess.
She really did.
She
really did.
She looked so nice.
She really did.
Congratulations, guys.
Congrats.
Right, so next
our favourite
is Benaiah and his disciples.
Yeah.
We love Benaiah and Nicole.
We love Benaiah and Nicole. They're the best.
That guy was excited.
He was busting.
Yeah.
He was bursting.
Yeah, to be honest, it was good. I thought they would definitely say yes. We all thought that.
Yeah.
But the way the sequence was going, because first of all, her dad couldn't be there because he was working. Also, if you're a brain surgery, so you just stop working. You start wedding. Did he say this?
I'm working.
He said I'm working. Go down. Anyway, annual leave is hard to get. But then I was like, okay,
He has to be abroad.
yeah, I don't know. He did that one. So I was like, okay, so he's not coming.
Yeah.
And then he said that his mum and his sister obviously couldn't make it because his granddad was ill.
Yeah.
So then I saw her mum's dress and I was thinking, are we having a wedding? Are we like guys? Like
Auntie.
she looked like she was going to her work
She was like for a
birthday.
different occasion.
That was
So I was like,
The skyscraper.
yes. I was so confused. I was like, are we actually?
Mummy is a fashion woman.
Yeah,
She's a fashion
fashionista.
babe.
I couldn't say yes, but there's no one there of importance.
It was given lockdown wedding.
It was given
Yeah.
lockdown.
Yeah, that's
It was a
what
lockdown
They're like they
wedding.
eloped.
It was.
Yeah,
I felt like it
literally.
was an elopement,
Yeah.
which I feel kind of fits
Suits them. It suits them so well.
It
It does.
It's the theme.
does.
It
Yeah, it fits the vibe.
And the decor was given tropical. So I loved it. Like the colours, everything was
Orange,
so nice.
red.
So it was given like a honeymoon.
It really was.
So,
Yeah. But tripped me up a little bit because I was like, let's go,
Yeah.
guys.
And it's like they weren't showing the whole room either. So I was like, where's the child?
Did they have the pot the black girl?
Yes.
They had.
Yeah.
Where are the people?
No, but Nicole had the same friends that came before. And I can't
Yes.
remember who was there for Benaiah. I think it was the same friends again.
His disciples.
but then you had, in addition to her actual friends, you had,
Yes.
I think, 1 or 2 from the pod. So
Okay.
in comparison to Ollie, that's better.
It's true, it's better. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
At least,
I remember, like you're saying, annual leave.
Annual leave is hard.
Do you know what I mean?
It is
And
hard.
Yeah.
it might have literally been like,
To be approved.
actually, we don't want everyone here.
True.
Let's just do it our way.
True.
Let's just keep it small, and we'll have a big party later.
Later.
I think they're gonna do that.
Definitely.
To be honest.
If they're still together.
Which
Sorry.
one?
No, I don't know. I just wanted to throw it in there.
Yeah.
I hope they
Don't throw love in the air.
Married forever. please.
Married forever.
Yeah, married forever.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
feel like
like
marriage.
They might have their ups and
Please.
downs in
Oh,
terms
naturally.
of not even like for me. I still think about Benaiah and his travels.
Wandering.
Yeah.
Wandering.
And Nicole is she's settled.
Yes.
Would this be a Tom part 2 or Tom adjacent where she's like, where is your job? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, God.
can you do more?
Yeah, I didn't think about that
I
actually.
think
I didn't think about
maybe
that.
I'm too much of a grace giver because I feel like
Yeah.
in real life, people grow and change. You know what I mean? And if you're in a position where you've been presented with a different opportunity, it's the same way if you get a new job and you have to change this or you have to move here, you will do it. So the fact that he was so excited and he clearly was thinking about a lot of things, she expressed her doubts back in the pod about his lifestyle, and he took that on board, and yet still he said yes. I did wonder though, because they didn't see each other, they didn't propose. He didn't propose sight unseen, you know.
Yeah.
So I do wonder if he didn't find her attractive, would he propose? But that's a whole different question. I do wonder. Actually, what do you guys think?
I
really
think he would have.
don't
I feel like
know.
Netflix told
He
him,
felt
"Are you gonna
like
propose
that.
to her or not?"
Yeah, because we're not allowed to waste our.
Yeah.
No, but there's other. No, there's other.
There's other couple.
Yeah, they're very engaged.
Yeah.
So are you gonna give us a trajectory or are you gonna waste our time?
Yeah, like
So we can-
I think before they had that meeting, they asked him, "Do you want to propose to her or not?"
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
plan.
So, but that goes to show, from in my opinion, like his growth and his journey,
Yeah.
and the fact that every time he's like a Duracell bunny. Every time he's just so excited, he's so into her, and for him to say he doesn't jump into relationships, he's been single for a long time. He just won't jump into anything. So the fact that he's met her, or you know, behind a wall, and he said, "No, this is the one for me."
Yeah.
He's proposed, and everything in him shows that he's for this girl.
Yeah. He lost the
I don't think he will now just jump up and be, "Oh, I'm going here, I'm going there." Like,
Yeah, I think
But-
their love, his
Yeah.
love for her, will definitely carry them through.
Definitely.
Because it's there and it feels like they will always choose each other. It's just that sort of growing pains
The
of
reality.
he will still
Yeah.
have his
Whatever
wanderlust where he wants to go
Yeah.
somewhere,
Yeah.
but then maybe he'll realize, oh, I need to calm down.
Hopefully.
But that
compromise.
moment in between
It's
wanting to go
compromising.
and realizing he probably shouldn't at this moment in time or something like
Yeah.
that, that's
Yeah.
going to be the tough part.
Yeah.
But their love will
Definitely.
definitely carry them through. They got so much.
They've
that
got a
they-
lot.
It
They've got a lot of
feels
love for
deep.
each other.
And I feel
Yeah.
like we can feel it through the screen.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
They
The
were
love,
nice.
the love is deep.
Yeah. And they look good. Nicole, your hair was banging.
She looks so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
She's such a
And even
natural
him with his hair
beauty.
tied up.
Oh,
She's
cute
stunning.
couple.
She's really stunning.
A very cute couple.
And he's also
Congratulations.
Handsome man.
Yeah.
We might marry though, marry man, but
Yeah.
I don't say
We don't want you.
we don't want you though,
We don't
but
want you.
handsome.
Yeah, lovely couple.
Yeah.
Well.
Yes.
Oh no, not the last one. Oh,
Who's
no.
the last? There's one more.
My Ken!
I know, there's so many weddings.
My Ken!
So many
Ken,
weddings.
Oh,
But yeah, our
My
Freddie.
Ken.
Our Freddie. So with this one,
Wow.
we all said no, but Jessie J over here, she was
I don't know
believing.
what she was believing in. To be honest,
holding on to
it's Freddie for me.
I'm not gonna lie.
I thought he was gonna say yeah.
So them two.
Thank you, Chantal, because Freddie, like, he looks so infatuated with this woman. Like, he likes Catherine, but it's because she messed up.
She messed up.
She messed up. She
liked him, and she knew that he's good for her.
Yes.
And that's why I knew she was good. She was gonna say yes.
She was gonna say yes.
He is just such a good man. And he does genuinely have so much feelings for Catherine. Yes. That's why I thought he was going to say yes.
And I genuinely think he was going to say yes, especially because he gave her earrings to match the ring. He gave a whole letter when she walked in to say, oh, here's a little sentimental gift to match your ring. By the way, I was thinking the ring that she doesn't like. But anyway, it's maybe
the word got back to him.
But anyway, I genuinely thought he was going to say yes. But I think, literally, I think it was the conversation he had with his sister. That's what gave him the confidence to be like, actually, let me pause. Let me pause this. Because without that conversation, he would have gone in there, married Catherine, and just hoped it worked out.
Yeah.
He would have firmed. I mean, I'm not saying Catherine's a bad person. I don't know her. But from what we've seen, some things have not been so pleasant, in my opinion, personally. And I feel like he would have married her and like firmed it. Just because of good choices. Which is not nice.
No.
She can't sacrifice herself in that way.
Do you know what? I don't care. I'm proud of Freddie.
Freddie
chose him.
Well done, Freddie.
Freddie chose him. He chose self-love. Freddie said
no. I genuinely think the three people that all should have said no, Maria, Demi and Freddie, if they chose themselves, because their partners were not giving them what they actually deserved. So like, I thought Freddie would have said yes, because I didn't think he was at the stage that Demi was at. But he showed that he was also...
He's getting there, because this is how he broke down after saying the no. It's like, he's like, oh, did I make the right decision? And I think he's not there where Demi is, where she outstands on it, but he's getting there to a point where
you can see how hard it was for him.
It was so hard.
No, it's the, don't hug me.
Yeah.
She's so mean.
I
no, but don't hug me if they said no, sorry.
I do really appreciate, in comparison, I mean, let's be fair, Demi didn't say anything really to the congregation. She spoke to Ollie and she left.
Yeah.
But Ollie did address them, which I appreciate.
Gentleman.
Yes. But then again, gives a
salesman.
So he did good. But Freddie, bless him, the fact that he went to mum and dad, he went to Catherine, like he went to everybody to go and speak to them and really just, whether to explain his point, check in on them, even though he's bawling his eyes out. I really appreciate how respectful he is.
I hope Kat sees that. I know she didn't see it at the moment, but I hope that when she watches it back, or I don't know.
But that's the thing though, I don't know if throughout the process she really did appreciate him, because he's shown his character all along. And so I don't think she was seeing it that way. And her friends are not people who would also tell her that either. No. Like, I feel like...
No, they're ditzy. I'm sorry.
But the way in which we as friends would be able to kind of be like, girl... and be able to say our piece in love. They don't kind of give that.
Catherine and her friends and her circle, it seems like they're used to a type of man.
Yes.
Which I dare say is Ollie adjacent. They're used to that type of treatment, so they do not recognize when a guy goes above and beyond that. So they would just thought, oh, he's probably moist or something. Like, why is he doing all of this? They don't see it. But they're used to such a bad man that they thought a good man is slightly better than that. They don't see an excellent man, and that's why I feel like she didn't really appreciate Freddie and the things he was doing, and she was getting almost the ick for him.
I think she was cringing.
I think she just held on to that cheating thing a lot, because you could see
it
change
because
from
of
there.
her past experience. But I do agree, and I do really feel for her from the sense of the rejection and the feeling unwanted. You know, because she did mention again, like her birth mum didn't want her and just kind of gave her away almost straight away. And so to go through that, and in your life, it's always in the depths of your heart, in the back of your mind, that my birth family didn't want me, and then to go here, stand in front of everyone, and for someone to say, "I brought you here, but I don't want to marry you." That's not easy.
It's a lot.
And I would give her that. That is.
Her friend did say, like, "Oh, Catherine doesn't take rejection well."
Even
when the friend said it, I was thinking, "What is wrong with you?" Catherine doesn't take rejection well. That's your friend. Like, come and say what's your connection. Like, I don't understand.
From that perspective,
I felt for her.
But then at the same time, you do have to choose yourself. Marriage is not an easy thing.
I feel like they would probably work as boyfriend girlfriend. I do think so. I feel like
forever.
Not forever, but I feel like Catherine definitely needs a healing journey.
She does.
And it's one of those. It's one of those journeys where she definitely needs someone to lean on or provide that sort of reassurance.
Yes.
And
she
that's
needs
why
more than she needs that, because you can't put that kind of responsibility on
No. You can't put that kind of responsibility on someone.
But you have to understand.
If you're gonna be with someone like this, this is something you have to step up to. Like you can say your therapist can do it, cool, but it doesn't compare to coming from someone you're romantically involved with.
But the problem in this situation, which I felt, because as I've said before, like I feel like his light was being dimmed the whole time. So in terms of him pouring out and doing that for her, she was in turn draining him almost and not replacing and replenishing him. And that's what the problem was.
That's the problem. And the thing is, right, that was just unacceptable if they were going to get married. I feel like if they were taking it super slow, he knew what he was signing up for. He knew you can always step away from her. They live across the country from each other, so you can take breaks from that, all that kind of thing. Or they have more of a dialogue because they have more time. So he can be like, actually, I would like if you actually tell me this more often, or this more often. And she's like, oh, when you do this, I feel triggered. I've thought about it. I've come back to say this. And that's how you work through things together. And you heal together.
I think, because that's what I said last time, and I don't think I think it's too late for Freddie for that.
Yes.
Like you said, it's not enough time frame, because she needs someone that would wait like that long. And to be honest, he's ready to be married.
Yes.
So it's just not that time in his life to be.
She needs a Freddie type minus the ready to marry.
Just a little bit later.
Because Freddie is ready.
Freddie is ready. Which is sad because like it's one of them like perfect person, wrong time.
Wrong time.
Literally.
Which means, is it the right person?
I don't know.
But at the end of the day, when we think of Freddie, I love Freddie, and Freddie loves Catherine, and Freddie would have been so good for Catherine. I think it's just the case of like he was the perfect person, but it was just the wrong time.
And in that case, is it the right person anyway? Just like,
that's a different conversation.
That's a deep conversation.
Freddie is good for Catherine. Catherine good for Freddie.
She and that's what she was up until cheating.
But since then, I've been questioning. Like he's doing good things for her. Like, is she giving him what he needs? It has to be give and take.
Give and take.
Well, good luck to you guys. Good luck.
But speaking of good luck, I just wanted us to do a quick sort of predictions just before the reunion, because that's fast approaching. Out of the people that got married, who do you think will stay married? Because obviously this was shot a year ago. We're now a year in the future. A year ago. So they've had a whole year of anonymity, shall I say, having their lives, living exactly. But real life hits a year. A lot can happen in 1 year. So
starting can happen in 2 months.
Oh, it's not for real. They got married in a real time. So it starting with our stable people. That is Sabrina and Steven. What do you guys think?
Next.
I think yes.
I hope so. I think it should be yes.
That was the reason.
The only reason it will be no is I think it's just due to location.
I think
it's due to job.
For
Sabrina.
Because she needs to just move. She doesn't have
so that would be the issue.
I find it so interesting in comparison to like American people, because I feel like they just up and move all the time. It's so big.
They get to Calabasas.
West London, I'll be like, whoa.
That's like, whoa. Like catch a train.
We're much less willing to move.
100%.
They just up and go.
They just get up.
But that's such a big change.
But to be honest, they do film Love is Blind in one state, so everybody's in the same state pretty much. So there's not.
I mean, in general, like all of the dating types. People just get up and move.
People definitely, they're more free.
Even I know this is a bit of a sidetrack, but Americans in general, what I've noticed is that they're a bit more free to just up and move I live in Ohio, but my boyfriend's got a job in New York. I'm going to like they'll just do it.
I like about them though. We're more comfortable. Like,
do you know how hard it is to build in this place?
It's true.
I get it. I definitely get it. Okay, and next is she got a body over there. Sorry.
Bobby, yay!
Bobby and Jasmine. Are they still together, or has Mama Jasmine said get out?
They're still together.
They're still together?
I think so.
Especially to prove her mum wrong.
Oh, if anything, it's that.
You have to prove
They're
it.
still together.
They're definitely still together.
And I think mum's a little bit happier.
100%.
Hopefully.
She's settled.
Now that they've all got to know each other, seen each other a lot more often, the camera pointing in your face.
Yes. I think she's such a ride or die babe as well. She gives that. Once she likes you, she was fighting for Demi's honour.
I feel like she probably gotten closer to Bobby, and like she's even defending Bobby.
Listen,
But I'm
your mom. Who do you think you talking to?
That's my husband. That's my family.
That's my family right there.
Most definitely, and obviously, last but not least, Benaiah and Nicole. Are they still together?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. I have a weird twinge that I want them together, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like real life, and the fact that his sister said they don't know when he's coming back home, just it's still in my head. Like he doesn't want to be tied down.
Yeah.
I would honestly want them together.
I would love them.
But my brain, it's like what Demi said. The heart and the brain is not aligning. Yeah. My heart says they're together. My brain says they're not.
Yeah, I need them to prove me wrong because I don't want to be right.
So what's the answer?
My answer is I think that Nicole and Benaiah are still together. Okay. But I think there could be a possibility that Steven and Sabrina might break up. So if it's like a thing of out of three, if it's a thing out of all three couples, like my bets are more on Nicole and Benaiah and Jasmine and Bobby being together, as opposed to Jasmine and Bobby and Steven and Sabrina.
Interesting. Okay, I want to change my answer too. I don't know. With Nicole and Benaiah, I don't know. Let me just do that. I really don't know.
I think yes.
They're together. It's a second marriage, so you want to.
I can't. I'm so split. I'm really torn, and I can't. I just don't know.
I feel like as well. I know they say the first year of marriage is really hard, but I think a lot of people throw absolutely everything they can to it. So I feel like if anything, at least in the first year, they would try honeymoon stage, all that kind of stuff. They would probably put their all into it, even if that's like Benaiah said, okay, we'll stay put for the year. Do you know what I mean? And just kind of build together and settle into life as a couple. So I feel like they'll both kind of try and do that the best they can. And Nicole also just putting aside the things from her old marriage, because that can also be a thing of her old marriage rearing its head and those kind of insecurities getting in the way. But I think they'll try and put those things aside.
I hope so.
If anything, I thought that because Nicole's been married before, that they have a better chance of making it because she would know how to deal with or not take like little arguments or disagreements too seriously, or kind of be a bit more forgiving, more gracious. Whereas from Steven and Sabrina, and just because they're also older, I feel like you're more stuck in your ways. Like they're both 35 plus, so it's like I've been like this for X number of years.
Who are you?
It's hard. You're gonna clash way more. Whereas Nicole, she's still, I think she's 28, 29. She's still a bit young. Benaiah, I think she's still a bit young, but she's had that experience where she would probably be a bit more forgiving. So that's the only reason why I thought they would work more.
And I feel like they've overcome so much
already
in that short time. Like.
But Steven and Sabrina haven't really had
anything.
But I'm not glorifying at the same time. I know people love to say this, but I'm not glorifying that you need struggles and you absolutely need to get away. Like, do you know what I mean? Not everyone has to be fighting every other day to have a successful relationship. Do you know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to it, guys.
Okay, lastly, let's just run through the people that have broken up. Would they be together? Talking about Maria and Tom, like you said. Would you give him a chance? Would he spin the block?
I think Maria and Tom, no.
Nope.
And I hope not.
I think Demi and Ollie, yes.
Okay.
I think Demi and Ollie will get back together. Or in really they'll say, we've been enjoying each other. That's what they're gonna be saying.
Demi and Ollie
will be
got together and broke up.
I gave it a try and it worked.
And then who was the last
Freddie
one?
and Catherine.
Freddie and Catherine,
You think they're together?
Not together, but they would have done the same thing, like dated again.
And then broke it off.
Yeah.
I think so too, because obviously
I don't know, I feel like will Catherine take him back?
Yeah, because he embarrassed her. He literally said, I feel embarrassed.
No, but I actually think
Ollie and Catherine.
That's what I was gonna say. Like I do wonder. So okay, let me just get mine.
No, Sam and Catherine.
So what I was thinking is that who's the first people? I forget now. Maria and Tom. So I feel like she stood her ground and said no. I feel like Catherine and Freddie, he would have tried, like, he was saying that, but I feel like she'll be too in her feelings and whatever, and maybe on a rebound or something like that, try to go for either like Ollie or Sam, but I mean more towards Ollie, like they may have met up or something. I think Demi and Ollie, again, they might have like met up and tried, but figured out they're probably better off as like besties, because they do give genuine besties, and I think they'd be very happy to just be really good friends as well, and I feel like it wouldn't get in their way too much. My question is also, do you think anyone's found somebody else if not them? But that's what I think.
But that'd be a broader question. They could definitely find out. The DMs
if they wanted to.
They really could. But
I think in that case, Tom either would have reached out to that other girl or found someone else.
I don't care for him. He can go to wherever he needs to go. He just
good luck with
it. Wherever needs to go. With his mind, just go.
Take care.
Good luck. Yeah, whatever. I definitely think, like we all said, Demi and Ollie, they tried and it didn't work. Catherine and Freddie, I genuinely don't think they even got back together, because he just, by the time he woke up the next day, he said, I made the right decision, and probably kept on moving. I definitely think she probably had a thing with Sam, because that looked like an ex, and that's the ring she wanted.
But that's giving tonight.
Like one time shot.
Yeah, that's true.
Regardless, one time.
She said, if you're in town, come see me.
Yeah,
that was probably even the sign that we should have taken.
Yeah.
We took it. I said no.
Yeah.
She didn't say come and see us.
No.
She said come and see me.
Yeah.
So, girl.
So
Wow, it was good.
Yeah.
We shall see, guys.
It was a great season.
It was a good season.
Well done, UK. Well done, UK.
And they're coming back next year, guys.
Yeah. Excited, Rachel.
Excited.
Yeah. Oh my
So,
god.
Rachel!
I'm not saying up.
Rachel, sign up!
It's the fact that she didn't even realize. She was like, we're gonna be there.
That's gonna be called more reviews.
Pod squad. We're gonna be real girlfriends. I'll take it.
Don't worry, we will come to the wedding.
Yes, and we'll leave
Yeah,
our
we'll be
bucket.
there.
And to the
Why are you
bachelorette
speaking
party.
this over my life? Please. No.
You walk in to meet the friends like, you know the ones where the friends come in to interrogate the guy. Did you date anyone else? You did.
You did.
You didn't hear her voice and just fall in love.
Yeah. One last question, just a quick yes or no.
Yeah.
Is love blind?
Ooh.
Do you see where I said quick yes or no?
No.
Is love blind? I know it's nuances, but just yes.
There is a lot of nuances.
There is?
It's
It's
like
like
yes
yes
or
or
no.
Yes or no?
Gun to your head, yes or no?
No.
Is love blind?
Yes.
Is love blind?
Yes.
I think so too. It's blind. But I'm not trying to be blind. Anyway.
Click today.
Guys,
We'll
till
talk
we
about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Till the next time.
Love.
Bye.